Welcome. In this session, we are going to see table to flat file load. So in our previous session, we have seen table to table load and the flat file to table load. So now we will see the table to flat file load. Consider we have the table here in HR schema. In the employees table, we are going to fetch the data from here and we are going to generate the flat file. So we will do a lot of processing and then we are loading it in the flat file. So how to take the data from a table and how to load the data into flat file, that we will see now. Go to designer. In the designer, we can see first source analyzer. The source will be a table. Then we have already taken this table, so no need to take again. So we can consider this table to flat file. We have the already table here. No need to take again. In target, you can go to the target designer. Just we will create it. How to create? So we can go to the target. We can use the file structure. If I have any file structure, we can import. But since we are creating a target file, we will not have this file structure. Here you can use create and you can provide that flat file and you can mention the target flat file name and create. But you have to provide each and every columns. But instead of that, since the file type is in this format, T_employees table format, just I'm selecting this table, Control C, Control V, just to make a copy. I'm making a copy. It's asking, do you want to copy this target? Yes, I have to give yes. Since the target table name is already available, we are getting a conflict. You can see here, you have to give rename. They can apply here, edit, and you can provide, this is the flat file. Target underscore flat file underscore employees. Just I'm giving the name of this target. Click on next, finish it. You can see here, the one of the target has been created. If you look at this, this is also a table only, Oracle database only. You can see here, it's a table. Can I convert table definition into a file? Yes, double click on that. You can go to a database type. Instead of Oracle, you can mention flat file. So click here, flat file. So you can use this flat file definition, go to advanced. What is the delimiter you want to have in the target? You can provide the target definition delimiters. And if you want any optional codes, that you can give. Click on OK, apply, OK here. So we just created, copied from this table structure, and we have created a flat file. So this is the Oracle table. So this is a flat file. Just to save it, source and target has been created now. Go to mapping. Here I'm creating a new mapping called m_target underscore flat file underscore employees. Just I'm providing the naming convention. You can drag and drop the source, the table, employees table. And target is a flat file. You can keep the target in the right hand side. And click on employee ID. Select all the columns. Keep the cursor here. Drag and drop from here to here. So it will be drag and drop. So you can, if you have wrongly connected, you can select the columns. You can select the pipeline. And you can reconnect again. So Control S, it should be valid. The mapping should be valid before creating the session. First 3 steps we have completed. We can go to the workflow manager. The workflow manager, go to workflow designer, create a new workflow, create WF underscore target underscore flat file underscore employees. So this is the employees. So file name, just I have given the workflow name. You can click on the session. You can select this particular mapping, m_target underscore flat file underscore employees. You can click on OK. Then click on the link task. You can connect it. So double click on the session, go to mapping. You have to point the source to the source connections. Target is a flat file writer. So target will not have any connection. Since it's a file, you have to provide the path. So where it should be created. You want header in the file? Yes. If you want to have the header, then you can provide output field names. You can go a little bit down. You can see here. So output file directory. So this is the target file directory. So this file directory is nothing but, if you look at here, so previously we have seen that source file directory. Now the same infoshat, the root directory, will have one more folder is called TGT files. So this is the same structure we will use in our real time also. I'm just deleting all the files from this folder. I'm keeping the empty folder. So it is not necessary to have empty folder. So you can create one more directory here, and then you can place your file. So just I'm loading the file into this target directory. So this is the file directory here. So $PM target file directory is nothing but, so this is the one which we have already defined in the admin console. So target file directory is equal to this one. So this is what we have already. The admin team will point at this particular parameter value to this particular path. Then Informatica knows that it will decode that particular path. Okay. So what is the file name you want? Instead of .out, I'm making that .csv file. Just to make that CSV, apply here. You can see the set file, right? So this is the file property. You can see the same file property will be there. Delimited file. Go to advanced. You can see the column delimiters. So whatever the delimiters you want, you can place this delimiter here. Click on OK. Just I'm not doing anything here. Canceling it. Apply. OK. So click on yes. So if I'm going to run this workflow, it will create a file, and then it will load the data into this particular file directory. So just it's running now. You can see here the data, the workflow is running. You can click on run properties. You can see the source and target statistics here. So 107 record has been read from the source and returned into the target. You can go and check the target file directory. Target has been created as a CSV file. You can right click and open the file, and then you can see. So this is the file, it has been created. So always the file will be created with hash symbol in the beginning. So we can remove. So how to remove this hash symbol from the file, that we will see in later point of time. So just now, we have seen that the file has been created. You can see here the date and time format. Since in the source we have only the date, we have given the date and time format here. It is loading only 00 here, all the 00s. But if you are thinking that I need only date, the format we have to define. Where we have to define the format? In the target. So remember, the target definition, you cannot change it here. So you can change here, but the port you cannot change it here. The properties you can change, but port you cannot change. So always, if you want to change anything, the source and target definition, go to the source analyzer or target designer. So here you can go to the properties or port, you can change it. So just I'm going to the properties. I'm just changing it. So what is the format I want? I do not want this hours, minutes, second. Just removing it. I'll have only MMDDYY format. So I'm going to save this. Just I'm going to run it. No need to refresh it. Why? Because I haven't changed anything on the mapping level. Just to start workflow. The workflow will be started. It will replace the file. So always it will replace the file. It will overwrite the file. You can see here, it has been, whether it has been completed or not, it's running. It has been succeeded. You can go here, the file has been updated. The timestamp has been modified. You can see here, the date alone has been loaded now. So this is what you can do. So you can ask question, if I want to append the data in the existing file, then what I need to do? So we have one option called in the session level, go to target definition. So here you have one option called append if exist. If the file is exist, you can append the data in the existing file. Just click on this. Even you can create a directory here so that if the directory is not present, that you can enable it. So this is the one you can enable it. So just I'm not enabling, just I'm giving that append if exist. So click on it. So how many records are there in the file? So 107 will be there. After making that append file, how many we will check. So here I have 107 records, including header. Okay, just I'm closing it. I'm going to, after enabling the properties, append if exist, the workflow is still running. It has been executed. You can see here, the data has been appended. You can go a little bit down. So previously we were seeing only up to here we have seen. So now again the same data has been appended into the file. So 107, you are getting the 214, including header. 202.215. So this is what you have to create the file in target table. So if the customer is asking that the downstream application is asking different delimiters, you can provide the delimiters in this session level. So up to now, we have seen table to table, flat file to table, and table to flat file load. So kindly practice this session. At least 2 or 3 mappings you have to create for each and every scenarios. You have to practice. So then only this tool will be much practiced. This tool will be very easy to you, and kindly practice it. Thank you for watching. We will meet in the next session.